I feel like I just went on a spiritual journey with these raspberries. I love being outdoors, and we went camping as kids, but I grew up in the suburbs, where we often just had some tomatoes and zucchinis in the backyard. So when I moved to Niagara and discovered that there's this huge raspberry bush at the back of the house I live in, I was ecstatic. This year, I was a bit more prepared. I started picking the berries as soon as they came in at the end of June. I invited friends and family to come visit me and pick with me, but nobody seemed quite as enthusiastic as I am. To me, there's something so grounding, healing, abundant, and joyful about picking fruit right from the plant. Even though I'd get hot and sweaty from picking, it felt like a meditation on how life is always going to provide for us and take care of us. I started freezing berries, then picking more, and freezing more. I created this whole operation where every few days, I'd go out, pick some, freeze, and repeat. But then I started to feel overwhelmed, just like these daylilies. Behind where I live, there's a field with thousands of daylilies in every color imaginable. It's always been on my list to get some amazing photos there and, of course, film it. But the more I told myself to do it, the more overwhelmed and burdened I felt. And so as July progressed, I had to make peace with the fact that I just can't capture everything. Not to mention all the other fruit that's coming through Niagara: apricots, peaches, cherries. At a certain point, I realized I need to be okay with the abundance and with not being able to capture it all. What if it's okay for these flowers and these raspberries to just be here for me to enjoy, to receive as a gift from life, from God? And so while I couldn't get some crazy magical photos, I did get to go out a few times with my camera. And I have to accept that that's enough for now. Another part of my life that I've been trying to slow down is how I eat and what I eat. I had this idea to do breakfast in wine country, but trying to film it and actually prepare my own breakfast is a lot more time-consuming than you'd think. So I feel like July was about making peace with what's in front of me and making peace with doing just enough. I couldn't film my breakfast nearly as beautifully as I might have wanted, but at least I filmed it, which is a start. Move this table. So I started to get this idea to do breakfast in wine country, just showing you some of my everyday life here in Niagara. I have that beautiful spot with the window that you saw inside the house. That's where I have breakfast most days, but in the summer I come outside, and it's just such a peaceful and serene way to start my mornings. But the reason I really wanted to share it is because I knew that in order to capture that on camera well and have it come across the way I want it to come across, I actually personally need to slow down my life. And slowing down my life doesn't mean doing nothing. There's something about being present to the life that's in front of you and the work that's right in front of you, and not trying to cram so much more in. I know what it's like over the last couple of years to be packing on so much work that it just felt like every day had some utilitarian purpose. I needed to accomplish something, and even my rest never really felt restful. Ever since I came to Niagara a year ago, at that time I was working so much, I couldn't really enjoy it. And so now Experience Niagara is my main thing. It's the thing that I think about when I sleep and when I wake up and when I'm resting, in a good way though. And so I know that in order to share Experience Niagara and all of the experiences that we'll be creating, in order to do that well, I need to enter that place where the content and the way it comes across really is the heart of what we want to share about Niagara, which is a slower, soulful, a more sustainable way of life. And in some ways, it's also a simpler way of life. It's about not getting so caught up and always trying to produce something that we forget that life is also right here, right now. It's been a few weeks since I dreamt up breakfast in wine country, and if you are watching this, this means that I have been able to get started. More and more, I'm able to better balance the things I have to do, the things I should do, and the things that I really long to do. Sometimes for me, it's challenging because the lines are blurred. For example, flying the drone is something I find extremely therapeutic and relaxing. But if I try to make myself do it all the time, then it becomes a burden and I don't want to do it. But I'm getting better at just listening to that creative pulse inside. Like this day, I don't often go to the Niagara Falls, but one of our offices is nearby. And instead of jetting home after a day of work, I decided to walk by the falls. And I found this beautiful park that reminds me of parks in Europe. So I bought dinner and sat and enjoyed the vibes. So as I embrace the second half of summer, with my fridge full of raspberries for the next couple months, I'm looking forward to seeing what the space and slowness will do for my soul.